can happen.
Yeah, I mean, let's say, for example, that, you know... Oh, it looks like ProStunner's opting to make it a Tempest Mirror. I'm not sure I agree with this, purely because Foxy is kind of the king of the Tempest Mirror match.
Foxy has never lost the Tempest Mirror. I mean, bear in mind, Stunner could cause an upset here, but Foxy,
yeah, there's one
character
character that can deal with Tempest, it's probably Tempest.
I would agree with that. I mean, the meter burn spin is actually very, very important. I mean, if Kung Lao drops his B&B, he's going to get hit by a spin, which is a free 35% damage. So you got to be careful. Your execution needs to be on point against another Kung Lao. Rocking the Forever King. Oh, no, color change. Oh, Foxy gets the first hit. Does drop it, but Tempest, I think Stunner either wasn't ready for the 4-4 or did not to spend his only bar to try and get around it.
That's 2 openings, ProStunner. 3 he's already got, but unfortunately he hasn't confirmed on any of them. The amount of health that Foxy's got left.
Oh my days. Unfortunately, Stunner has dropped every opportunity to go for the overhead into the orbiting hat. I'm not sure how he's not getting the orbiting hat.
Oh, no confirm, because he goes for it, so he knows it's an option. Maybe just a little bit slow right now, starting the day off. I mean, F0xy Grampa as well, making a few errors himself. Oh, there's the dive kick, but a good trade keeps ProStunner away from being punished too hard. Oh, another drop confirmed from Stunner.
Well, he's not going to be able to drop that one. Let's not forget that the meter burn orbiting hat is incredibly plus on hit. I mean, you don't really need to have execution there. And that's a really interesting exchange. Stunner again. He's basically messing up every chance, but he does get grabbed. F0xy on the back foot. It's likely he's not going to win this first round. And there we go. The orbiting hat does such a good job of just basically shielding you. We see this pretty much every time. The first game of the top 8 is always very ropey. And there we go. F0xy runs straight in, acknowledges it's going to connect. Opposite goes straight for it.
Drops his combo as well, though. F0xy tries to go for the stamina. Oh, probably attempts an anti-air, but gets hit clean by the jump 2. ProStunner with a big life lead here. Oh, misses the hard knockdown, but still gets some pressure into a throw. This is going to leave F0xy with about 50% left, and ProStunner with the corner carry behind him as well. Oh, clean jump, but mistimes the jump 2. Would have been a clean punish with big damage, but F0xy fights back, putting ProStunner in the corner now. Okay, so F0xy's back in check. He has to watch out for the reversal. I mean, that's the threat of the spin. It's not the fact that the spin is so good. Tries to anti-air, gets hit by the overhead. No punish there. I mean, oh my days, that was an amazing stun. I mean, I don't really think that Stunner is prepared for these capitalizations. That's one thing about playing Tempest. You need to be ready for every single hit. You need to be ready for everything that connects. And the reality is here, Stunner has had so many chances to get big damage, and he's just not been ready for it. I mean, but then on the other end of the spectrum, F0xy Grampa has been taking so much health off in just one corner to the other. ProStunner's got to fight his way out here, but goes to the throw. F0xy Grampa sniffs it out with a meter burn spin as well to catch Jenny, but another drop. Big mistakes here from both players. F0xy sees the string whiff, goes in for a punish. He's not going to drop that 2-frame link. Here comes the spin. Hard knockdown incoming. He's going to have to watch out. The spin might be an option, but you can get armor break. You know, you can get armor broken very, very convincing there by Tempest. Really is the king of the corner armor break. Just look at the meter build. That disgusting meter build into a throw as well. I mean, looking pretty bleak for Stunner right now. Has 2 bars, but really low on health. Oh no, that was the panic button right there. I mean, yeah, that's not really a great option, because in that situation there, you know that F0xy is just waiting for that. Like, it's the most obvious chance of a comeback happening is landing a YOLO meter burn spin and then putting the opponent back in the corner. But doing it from 60% of the screen space in the neutral, I don't know if that's the way to go about it. I mean, it kind of goes back to what we said at the start of this, that ProStunner is a good player, but when on the back foot, a bit predictable with his armor, and that's exactly what we saw in that match. Even though, you know, we said that about Reptile, he's opting to go back to the Tempest Mirror. I mean, looks like he's being a bit hasty here. I would like to see him think about this and really think, is Tempest the only character here that I can beat F0xy with? I guess it's like you said, I think Tempest does a good job of handling another Tempest, let's not forget that, but I think at the same time, F0xy is just, he's well versed in this mirror match. I mean, he lost the first round because of a ropey start, but the second F0xy got online, I mean, that's and right like that, I mean, the second F0xy now gets online, he gets comfortable. You don't really see these kind of silly little errors that he makes. And there we go, he actually gets the Quantum Jungle as well. Bear in mind, the Quantum Jungle was going to benefit both, you know, they're both playing as Tempest, but F0xy picks this stage specifically for a reason. And here we go, he tries to get the grab. I like that he was ready to take the grab. He's still aware of what he can do, but you're going to get grabbed anyway. I mean, this really is the bread and butter of Tempest. He's going to put you in the corner. He's going to stagger the 1-1-2-1-2. I like that. I like how he cancels the jump 2 into the teleport just to try and bait the anti-air attempt. Unfortunately, it does completely whiff, and he's still cornered. I mean, massive meter advantage to Stunner right now, but F0xy just has him exactly where he wants him. The corner is where F0xy makes the plays. It's where he gets the sets, and unfortunately, Stunner's still forced to fight there, but gets a good hit. No, another huge drop from Stunner. That spin's going to guarantee any sort of punish, unless he did like an instant, I guess like an instant overhead maybe, but even then I'm pretty sure. F0xy tries to go for the anti-air, does get a clean punish, goes for a, I mean that's going to be decent damage right there, 28%. He's going to put F0xy in the corner, but there we go, that is the threat of the spin. F0xy realizes that he's too far away for the 1-1-2-1-2, and that's going to guarantee a spin because he pressed the button too much. Interesting, here comes the pressure. F0xy ready for the jump 2, Hat comes back, and there's the gap. That is the gap that I think really only Cassie and Tempest
have a chance to get out of that gap, right? When you go for the back one.
You need a 7-frame reversal to abuse that gap, but unfortunately, most characters in the game don't have access to that, but Tempest is one of them.
Oh my god, he was pixels away from having Breaker. Pixels away from having Breaker there. Very unfortunate, but that's a convincing win. I mean, it's much more convincing pretty much purely for the fact that F0xy was ready for it now. I mean, he finds himself in a situation where the scrambles are done. F0xy tends to play quite, I guess we'll say, a little bit ropey in the first game of every single top 8.
But the first game is where it ends, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Maybe it's first game of the day rust, maybe. I mean, I know F0xy's definitely one to practice, online over and over before, but I mean, I would love to see Stunner make the change here, but it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. But I'm not sure what character he's going for. He was hovering over Reptile, but he's kind of seemingly changing his mind a bit. I mean, I think he might be a bit flustered in this situation.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He's opted to go for the Nimble, so he's gone Nimble Reptile. My one fear here is you're playing a high execution character who's got to be quite risky in some regard, and now you're 2 games down, so you're already going to be a bit stressed out.
But it's his main. That's the thing. He's gone from a character he thought would make it easier back to his main. So even though it's high execution, but this is definitely his comfort zone now.
He seems to have just... The problem is he's kind of given F0xy 2 free games in that regard if he's gone to Reptile, so I'm not really sure. He could pull this back. He could make an incredible comeback.
Harry Nightmare kept doing it earlier, didn't he? I mean, 2 games down, 3-game comebacks. I mean, we see that all the time from CIS, but Stunner's going to have to pull that out here, but the first hit going to F0xy, that isn't a great start for him.
To be honest, first hit going to Tempest is never great, really. I mean, you're just giving him a bar. And it's also the fact that he's robbing your defensive options. And right there, so normally in that situation we would see Stunner go for quite predictable armor in those situations where there's a lot of neutral. But then right again, F0xy knows that he's going to be able to go for a spin. We don't normally see many meteor burn spins, but against certain opponents it just always works. And there we go, F0xy tries to go for the punish. Doesn't quite get it, but that's going to be a punish as well.
The force ball is snuffed out completely, and this will be a clean match point to F0xy Grampa. Already looking like a really swift 3-0.
I don't think that the Kung Lao pick was a great idea. I really don't. I mean, I think that he's just given F0xy 2 games.
There's a down 4 blocked. Lovely armored counter poke there. Gets it this time. Has to make this count. Goes to corner positioning. Really smart. 20%. Not a massive amount of damage, but gets the positioning he needs. So he's out of the corner. And
that was a panic
reversal,
maneuver.
man. Another reversal in a situation it just wouldn't work.
That was a panic button right there. Oh, jump 2. I mean, that's it. There's so much range on that. When he's jumping back, he's rarely going to get hit out of the air. Unless you're like Kotal Khan or somebody like that. But here comes the force ball. He has to be careful.
Oh, wonderful.
I wonder how much of a good job Reptile could do setting up a slow force ball from full screen into slowdown.
I'm not really sure.
No, that delay.
He's not going to build a breaker in time.
That's something cheeky that F0xy likes to do. I mean, that is going to be the set 3-0 to F0xy, unfortunately. I don't really agree with the change to Kung Lao. I think it was a bad idea. But the problem he has is, right there at the end, F0xy does this horrible thing where when he does a orbiting hat on block, he runs in and delays a string. Because when he runs in and doesn't do a string, your first thought